Finally, we get to see Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer 2. I got up super early for this. The first thing that I did was I ran to my other room to watch the trailer, and I didn't do a trailer reaction, but I was crying, guys. Like, when I saw this trailer, I was jumping. Tears came out from my eyes of joy, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy with the trailer. So first of all, this trailer starts off like the original teaser trailer with Millie Bobby Brown. She's trying to contact Monarch or some type of military base, but she realizes that the base is being under attack by Godzilla and King Ghidorah. Now this is the scene where you see them both fighting, and then you see like Rodan causing a lot of destruction. As he flies over, you see people flying with him because of the powerful like wind that he makes, like he burns everything as he goes like flying, and it's crazy. It really is crazy. You see all the people flying away, and then you see like Millie Bobby Brown. She realizes that there's no point of contacting that military base because they're being under attack. And this trailer really does emphasizes that it's about Titans awakening. So you see like all over the world, Titans are being awakened, and you see Rodan like awakening from his volcano, or his dormant volcano, which is in Mexico, called the Popocatépetl. And you see like a big explosion. Now you see like this military helicopter trying to land, and this is where King Ghidorah is at. This is where the first big battle would take place. And you do see another Titan. Now this looks like a scorpion type of crab, and even the director himself and other people said that there's going to be more than 4 monsters. So expect to see other monsters, but don't expect to see classic Toho monsters because they did not bought the rights to that. Now a theory that I have is those monsters could be related to the Mutos, or they could be like a totally new species of monsters or creatures that got mutated, and they could be like the Mutos from the past. If you guys remember, Godzilla did fall like a crab-like looking monster in the past, so it could be that one. And humanity or humans are starting to ask which of these Titans are here to protect us, and which of those Titans are here to threaten us, And then you see Rodan awakening from the Popocatépetl, and it's interesting because you get to see that like a lot of helicopters or choppers and F-22 or F-25 Raptors or whatever, and then you see like this giant military super advanced stealth bomber or something. But it is interesting because you get to see that stealth bomber being chased by all the Titans. It is at Godzilla, it is being chased by Rodan. So for some reason this big stealth bomber has something to do with the Titans. It is very important because all the Titans want to destroy it, or at least Rodan and King Ghidorah want to. Now you do see another big Titan awakening from like this like beautiful mountain. Like I don't know what it is. It looks like a rock type of turtle. It looks like very like rock type of creature. I'm not sure what this is, but it looks very, very interesting, and I just want to leave it down in the comments down below which monster you think it is. And this is like the temple where Godzilla should be resting. And now I have a theory. Now I had this theory yesterday, but I just needed to watch this trailer to confirm my theory, and I think I am right. I know that D-Man said that he thinks he's not going, or he doesn't expect to see Godzilla fighting against King Ghidorah very, very early on. He thinks that that's going to happen towards the last act of the movie, which I think that is wrong. I think this situation is going to turn out like Batman The Dark Knight Rises, where you see Batman get overthrown by Ben, and then Ben obviously takes his throne and he takes over the city, and Batman just gets defeated, and he gets taken like to this castle where he has his back broken, and then he realizes he has to come back even more powerful. So he trains so much to face his fears, to face Ben, and then he becomes who he used to be. He becomes more powerful, and at last he defeats Ben because he overtakes him. It's pretty much alpha versus alpha. And in this picture we see Mothra. Obviously Mothra isn't going to threaten humans. Mothra seems to be on Godzilla's side, and as it's funny because the governments, or I don't know, the senators are talking about how they want to make Godzilla their pet, and Serizawa says no, we are his pets, you know. So it is interesting, and that is the main point. It is humans helping Godzilla. It is Godzilla and humans and Mothra working together to defeat the main alpha, you know. And this is what I think is going to happen in this movie, which I will explain later on. But we do get to see a shot of King Ghidorah, and it is interesting because his tail, you know, you see like his tail, and out of nowhere, like he pops out those super sharp like spikes from his tail, so that it looks very, very deadly, and that is a weapon that can probably harm other creatures or even Godzilla. Like a tail whip with those spikes can be very deadly. And at this point, this is where King Ghidorah awakens, and you can see like he's charging his electricity. You can even see like the electricity or the thunder coming out from his throats. Oh my god, that is so, or his necks, that is so amazing. I think they did justice to King Ghidorah. And I think, okay, so this is why I think this is where King Ghidorah awakens, and then Godzilla 2014 or Godzilla 2019 is coming to fight King Ghidorah. This is the same like place where everything is going to take place. Like in the first act, I believe this is like King Ghidorah versus Godzilla 2019, Alpha versus Alpha, and this is where I think Godzilla 2019 gets defeated by King Ghidorah. He doesn't get killed, he gets defeated, and that leaves King Ghidorah as the main alpha, and that is why all the kaijus will respect King Ghidorah or all the titans, and that's when he takes over all the world. He causes a lot of destruction, and that's why he has them under his control. And that's my theory. Now, to add to my theory is I think that at this point Godzilla is defeated, so he has no other choice. He's hurt very, very bad. He's about to die. He has no other choice but to go under hibernation. He goes to his like temple underwater to hide and recover. So at this point Godzilla realizes that he has been defeated by King Ghidorah. He notices that he is no longer the alpha, and that's if you notice in this trailer, you get to see like a scene where you see Serizawa looking at King Ghidorah, at Godzilla 2014, and Godzilla seems to be weakened. He seems to be defeated, and Serizawa seems to have hope in Godzilla. So maybe at this point Serizawa is going to do something to awaken the power in Godzilla 2019, to give him that power that he needs. And this goes back to what I was saying with Batman The Dark Knight Rises, where both of our heroes are defeated by someone very powerful, but at the end of the day they train, or Godzilla gets more powerful, and he realizes that he just can't give up. He's the alpha, and I'm not sure if Serizawa like detonates a nuke or he does something, because we do know that there's going to be an explosion, and then you see Millie Bobby Brown, she says, will he be okay, or something like that. And I believe that's when he's going to detonate the nuke or something. I think Serizawa is going to give an upgrade or some type of power to Godzilla that will give him the power and the potential that he needs. And at this point Godzilla 2019 realizes that he has to go up and face against King Ghidorah. Now King Ghidorah looks unique. Now for some reason the SH Monster Arts, all the heads look similar, but in the trailer and the movie all three heads look different. And that is something that the SH Monster Arts didn't do right, and a lot of people are complaining about Mothra. For some reason, a lot of people are saying SH Monster Arts did not do justice to Mothra. Mothra looks beautiful in the trailers, and in the figures, she looks nothing like the version of the trailers, even in color. Now, I don't know what this is. I believe this is Rodan like skydiving down to like attack, or to do like a super bomb attack. When you like, pretty much this is an attack that you see in Godzilla the game for PlayStation 4, where Rodan goes up and then he skydives down to make a big like an explosion, So I think he's going to cause a big explosion, like a mini type of nuke. And like, this is the jet that I told you, or the bomber. Rodan, for some reason, he wants this bomber. I'm not sure what the role of this stealth bomber is, but this stealth bomber has been seen chasing after Rodan, chasing after King Ghidorah. I don't know what's the purpose, but this bomber plays a big role for sure. Now we see Mothra, and Mothra is beautiful, and this is why a lot of people are mad at SH Monster Arts now, because they're saying that the colors don't look nothing like the figure. They're saying that Mothra in the trailer looks a lot more beautiful and classic and like an actual Mothra or a moth versus the figure, and a lot of people now are complaining. And I do have to say that there are big differences. I do see the differences in color and in sculpt. She looks more moth, she looks more beautiful, and I do have to agree with them that I do like this Mothra a lot better than what we saw with the SH Monster Arts. And we did know that there was going to be multiple variants of Mothra. There is a bluish type of Mothra, which she lights up blue when she feels under attack or threatened. Now right here, right by Mothra, we do get to see Rodan. Now why is this Rodan? Because if you look close, you can definitely see like some type of wing flying by Mothra. And in the next shot, you see like that wing lighting up with fire. Who else has fire around his wings? Rodan. Now, a lot of people say this is not fire Rodan. This is not anything to do with the classic Rodan or anything. And I think you guys are wrong. For people that say that this isn't fire Rodan, it might not be fire Rodan, but this is volcanic Rodan, you know. He definitely has fire. And this is why this confirms my theory where I told you that King Ghidorah awakens and you see Godzilla 2014 or Godzilla 2019 facing up against King Ghidorah, and this is where he faces his defeat. I think they're going to fight very, very early on, and you're going to see Alpha versus Alpha, and I believe some character does mention how all the Titans are being awakened, and now that they're fighting for the throne, they're fighting for dominance, and they're fighting to see who's the alpha. And then this is where I think Godzilla 2019 awakens, and he realizes that he cannot be defeated, that he has to be the king, the god, the alpha of everyone. And he just looks pissed off, you know. He looks pissed off, he looks angry, he looks powerful. And this is where I think he realizes that he cannot give up, you know. He has to be the alpha. He has to overthrow the current alpha that is dominating everyone else, you know, dominating everyone else. And this is where King Ghidorah shoots his electricity at Godzilla 2019, and you see how the electricity comes out from his necks, from the inside. You can see like the translucent or the energy floating through their necks, and that is very, very interesting. I love that. Now for some reason the CGI looks off. I don't know, like Godzilla 2019, when he was standing right next to Ghidorah or King Ghidorah, he looked really strange. He did not look realistic. And Mothra looks super beautiful. This really does remind me of the classic and the Mothra from Godzilla SOS or Godzilla 2002, where it shows Mechagodzilla, Godzilla 2002, or Godzilla versus Mothra and all that. And here you get to see Rodan. As he's walking by, he melts everything. So yeah, that does confirm my theory again, that this is a variant of fire and volcanic Rodan. Wherever he goes, he burns, he melts. And then you see Serizawa looking at his watch. That is the watch from 1954, I believe. So something has to happen with the nuke. And right here in this cockpit, we get to see a different Titan. I'm not sure which Titan this is. This isn't Mothra. This isn't King Ghidorah. This isn't Godzilla. This isn't any other Titan that we know. So if you can make out which Titan that is, let me know in the comments down below, because I have no idea. Now, you see a lot of F-22 Raptors or F-20 something Raptors going after Rodan with missiles, and then you see Rodan destroying them all with a barrel roll. That is so epic how he destroys them. And this is what I wanted to see in Godzilla 2014. I wanted to see more action. I wanted to see the military versus the kaiju or the titans. And it appears like in this movie we're going to get everything that we all wanted. That, you know, we're going to see action with military and monsters, action with kaijus and kaijus, or titans versus titans. We're going to see everything that we ever wanted in a Godzilla King of the Monsters movie. This is the movie that all of us wanted to see. And Millie Bobby Brown, you know, she's like, oh shit. And then you see, of course, this is when Godzilla is at his peak. This is where Godzilla is more powerful. And you see Godzilla 2014 like rushing. And I am surprised because he is not slow like Godzilla 2014 was. For sure, he runs like, oh my god, man. He was charging at King Ghidorah like crazy. I have never seen Godzilla move this fast before. but it looked kind of weird. I'm not sure if they're going to fix that, but it looked kind of weird. And then you see King Ghidorah rushing at Godzilla to collide. It's Alpha versus Alpha. They're fighting for the throne to see who is the most powerful. One shall stand, and one shall fall, and one shall be the king of all. Now, I'm not sure if King Ghidorah is flying or walking. It is weird. I just cannot tell, but the shot is epic. And I told you guys, the last shot is going to be like the money shot. And I was right. I told you it has to be King Ghidorah versus Godzilla 2019. And I was right, guys. I mean, you just have to think like them. You have to think business wise. But that's